Hello and welcome to the inaugural episode of Retro Gaming Wednesdays here on the World Class Bullshitters channel. I'm your host Jeff Hicks, and with me is
Dustin McNeese, L1R1, L1R1, up, down, left, right, God mode activated.
Ooh, I like a cheat code as much as the next gamer. I also like a good game as much as the next gamer. And Dustin, today we're going to talk about 5 classic games that we would like to see remastered.
No, right. We bring this up because in 2 days on the Xbox One, if you have one of those, you're going to be getting Red Dead Redemption. And so it got Jeff and I thinking, what 5 games would we want on the current gens that we don't have? And that's kind of what forged this list. And agree, disagree, make sure to comment. As always, we love seeing your guys' opinions. And yeah, Jeff, you want to get started?
Yeah, I just have one comment. How come this isn't coming to PlayStation? I love Red Dead Redemption.
Well, I don't know, and it makes me pissed off because Phil's the only one of us with an Xbox One, and god damn it.
Well, Joel has one, but, Joel doesn't count.
Fair. So number 5 is actually 2 games. Now, it's going to seem kind of weird, but I picked Resident Evil 3 and Code Veronica, and here's why. On the PS4, they've already re-released Resident Evil 0 and 1. They've done 6. 5 comes out in a week or 2. 4 is coming out at the beginning of next year. And number 2 is going to be out sometime summer of next year. So we have 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, but no 3 or Code Veronica. And I think, for me as a gamer, I want to complete the whole story, beginning to end, in anticipation for Resident Evil 7 coming out, which, Jeff, you said you finally played the demo.
Yes, I did, and man, it's creepy. It's really creepy.
It's fun, and I think it's a good direction for the series. But yeah, I think we need a Resident Evil 3 and Code Veronica remaster so we can get the complete story of Umbrella Corps. Number 4, personal favorite of mine, Twisted Metal 2. Now, if they wanted to do 1 and 3 and release all 3 of them together, that's fine. But 2 was the first Twisted Metal I ever played, and I've never played another shooting car game like it. It is... You can run over pedestrians. Each character is unique. Calypso is a devious son of a bitch, and the soundtrack was awesome.
I've never played a Twisted Metal game in my life, but I was well aware of it because Sweet Tooth and his ice cream truck was on every goddamn thing in the late 90s.
And rightfully so. Sweet Tooth was a sweet character. Now, the last Twisted Metal game we got, I believe, was Black, right? Or did it release one after that?
Black sounds about right on the PS3, correct?
Yeah, and it wasn't, there's just one problem. It wasn't any good. So what we need is a current gen Twisted Metal that goes back to the roots, literally, and gives us just a remaster of the original. Now, Jeff, what do you got for number 3?
Number 3 is a game that many consider the greatest of all time. I love it. Most people love it. It is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. The reason I put this on the list is because there's a lot of fan creations of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time using the Unreal, I think it's 4 engine. And goddamn it looks amazing. It looks like the best video game ever made. Ocarina of Time was the first open world game I ever owned, and probably a lot of people too. And just the love and care that's gone into this fan remaster is mind-boggling. It looks so much better than the new Zelda game that's coming out for the Wii U and the NX and whatever the fuck else is coming out for. So why not remake the best? Make it look the best. You could actually build a whole brand on or a whole new Nintendo console just on that one remaster.
Now
you've never played it before, right, Dustin?
What's that?
You've never played it before, correct?
I don't think I played Ocarina of Time. The only Zelda games I played were on the handheld. They came out at the exact same time. There was, what were they called?
Oracle of Ages and Seasons?
Yes. And I got both of those because and they were really fun or whatever, but I never owned a GameCube. And never had any of that stuff. So I'm kind of unfamiliar with Zelda, but everyone talks about it. And if you say a bunch of amateurs made it and it looked awesome, imagine if Nintendo put some real money into a remaster.
Well, not to be too, to play counterpoint too much, but Nintendo has this, I don't know, urge to try to be too artsy, and now they're kind of innovating themselves out of money because Nintendo's in a far third place, and they just keep doing these different things to try to be different, and it's too late almost. It's like they're copying the other guys. It's just too late.
Well, speaking of Nintendo, you said that they kind of fucked up this number 2 on our list.
They did. GoldenEye 007 is number 2 on our list for a game we'd like to see remastered. Back in 2008, they were actually doing it. And there's screenshots of it, too, and it looks awesome. It was supposed to be released in 2008 for the Xbox Live Arcade, and it got really far. And it had, this comes from 1UP, which is a now defunct website, that said it was only 2 short months from completion. It was a faithful recreation of the N64 class, including all the maps, weapons, and multiplayer support over Xbox Live. And I think it would have been the best Xbox Live game ever. I had an Xbox 360 at the time. I was playing Halo 3. I would have stopped everything to replay GoldenEye. It is my favorite video game ever.
See, I wish I would have been more familiar with the franchise because I hear that a lot, too. Like, as a first-person shooter, everyone references that game as, like, the pinnacle of what games like that can be. And
it
so
was, and it's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was going to say, it is, and it's the best licensed game ever made.
Now, is it true that they do have a remaster out there that came out a few years ago, but it's dog shit?
Yeah, it's technically a remake. It's called GoldenEye 007, I think, Reloaded. It's Daniel Craig is James Bond instead of Pierce Brosnan, who is the James Bond in the real film. It's, I played it at Dion and Hillary's. They bought it because you got a free golden controller with it. It's essentially Call of Duty with Daniel Craig as James Bond. It's not a very good game. In my opinion, as a big James Bond fan and a video game fan, I would rank it in the bottom tier of all James Bond video games. And that includes Bloodstone.
Now, Jeff, you and I have talked about this game a lot over the years, ever since we've known each other. Number 1, GTA Vice City.
I love this idea. I've been playing a lot of it lately on the PS4, and it's not even remastered. Just imagine what they could do with the GTA 5 engine in Miami.
And you'll see in the video that's playing right here, somebody took it upon themselves to mod it on the PC to bring in the Vice City world into GTA 5 so you can see the physics, the graphics are all awesome, but again, like with Nintendo putting some money behind Zelda, I would love for Rockstar to do a true remaster of this. You don't even need to make the map bigger. Just keep the exact same map, same weapons, same music, everything. Just make it look pretty because the only downfall I have for having the ported version, the one that you're playing, is that, I mean, the graphics are a little dated. Things are a little boxy. But there's almost a certain charm to that. But still, I want to see GTA 5 graphics in a Vice City game. What do you think, Jeff?
I'm with you on everything you said, but they have to. Tommy Vercetti has to be able to swim. It's a game on an island, and you can't swim. And if you touch water, you die. That's the number one problem, in my opinion, with Vice City, is you can't swim. If you land in the water, you're dead.
Well, now I can't remember specifically, but are there any missions that the dynamic of how you play the missions would change if you're allowed to swim? Like, would it break some missions by going, oh, instead of having to drive around and do these things, I can just swim straight across?
No, because a lot of times the way the map is situated, the water line is so much lower than the land line, and you couldn't even jump up it. But I was playing a mission where you steal the cigarette boat for the guy that's voiced by Louis Guzman, the one that you get his mansion at the end of the game.
Okay.
And the tide sweeps in, and all of a sudden my life bar starts going down. Now, in Vice City, you can't put in a health code. You can only put in an armor code, and touching the water takes away your life, not your armor. So, it kind of fucked me just from standing there. And then I was playing another mission where it said enter a boat, so I went to enter a boat, and my character jumped over the boat and died. I think to remake Vice City, you would have to... You know what you could do is just take GTA 5's gameplay mechanics. That game plays better than any other GTA game. Just, port that. Maybe bring in some better fighting mechanics. Leave the same weapons. I want the decapitations and all that good stuff.
Yep.
And I want the same violence. I want the same gore. I want the same level of fun. That's one thing GTA stopped. Well, 5 brought it back, but 4 took it away. There was no
shit
fun
on it.
GTA.
4 just shit on the amount of fun. It traded in realism for fun. And you can have both. GTA 5 shows that you can have both. But yeah, fun. We talked about it on a video that never quite made it on, but that's the one word that I associate with this game as fun. The colors, the music, the weapons, the characters, the voice acting, the missions. There was nothing boring or conventional about that game. It was so ahead of its time. It was the most fun I'm going to say it might be the most fun I've ever had in a video game.
It's up there for me. I mean, personally, I had more fun with San Andreas only because of the expansive map, the airplanes. There were just many more vehicles. But Vice City holds a special place in my heart because I had it for the original Xbox. I know this is like sacrilege, but I had my own music soundtrack. I could drive around to Vice City too. It was just a lot of fun. Well, like you, when I think of Grand Theft Auto, with the exception of 4, I just think of fun. I mean, so much fun that I waited in line and skipped classes in college to get GTA 5. So,
Good man. Good man. Well, folks, those are our top 5s. Let's run through it again really quick. We're saying let's finish off the Resident Evil series for the PS4. So Resident Evil 3 and Code Veronica. Let's do some Twisted Metal. Let's get Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. GoldenEye, 007, and Vice City. What do you guys think? Agree, disagree? Let us know. Are we assholes? Are we idiots? Tell us.
We're assholes, all right. I don't know about the idiot part.